Hello, this is Anlineoffline. Welcome back to another casuals quick guide to Call of Duty Mobile. For today's video, we'll be covering the J358. Unlocked at level 53, the J3 is the only available revolver pistol in mobile other than the Annihilator operator skill. Going off of its in-game name, it's chambered in .357 Magnum, and is most likely a Smith Wesson, possibly a variant of the distinguished combat Magnums. The closest equivalent in the franchise would be from Modern Warfare 2019, which came out later the same month as mobile. According to IMFDB, that .357 Magnum is a combination of the Smith & Wesson Model 581 and the Colt Anaconda, but the earliest appearance of the .357 was from World at War, and was based off of Smith & Wesson's Model 27, or Registered Magnum. It was the first of its kind, kickstarting the Magnum era of handguns. Based on Smith & Wesson's earlier .38 Special, the .357 Magnum is a collaboration with Winchester to compete against Colt's .38 Special, which was adopted by the police at the time for its ability to penetrate early automobiles and vests used by the mob. Colt themselves would adopt the cartridge for various revolvers. The Python among them would appear in Black Ops 1. And it's not just the Americans that used it. The Russian break-action MP412 Rex would appear in Modern Warfare 3. In Black Ops 4, the Italian Mateva would appear as the Mozu. However, that in-game version would be chambered for a .45 caliber, most likely .454 Casull. Magnum revolvers have been niche since the advent of self-loading high-capacity magazine handguns, but still remain popular in self-defense and law enforcement for their durability, reliability, and stopping power. Base damage per shot is high, killing in 2 shots up until 18 meters, 3 shots until 35, and 4 shots beyond that. Headshots deal 50% extra damage, and just one could extend your 2-shot range up until 20 meters. Otherwise, headshots are normally not worth it. Like with some weapons that are supposed to be semi-automatic. The revolver is treated as a slower firing automatic weapon instead, with a fire rate of 200 rounds per minute. But the J3 has access to various attachments that can affect its firing, thus the time to kill can vary. The faster ones are possibly able to challenge primary weapons, but even then the risk of missing is still punishing. You can, however, double down on that high-risk, high-reward playstyle with stopping power. In exchange for a slower fire rate that's comparable to the Desert Eagle and more vertical recoil, the J3 gains 30% more range and increased base damage, now never killing in more than 3 shots, and the possibility to achieve a 1-shot kill with a single headshot within its initial range. One thing to note is that it claims to increase your body multipliers. It does not. In terms of mobility, the revolver is fast as expected of the pistol class. One thing to be wary of is reload cancelling with an empty mag is almost not possible, and you'll be reloading quite frequently due to it being a 6-round revolver. You can use an 8-round mag, which can help if you aren't using stopping power. As for bloom, the J3 is slightly better than average, but I would still recommend tap firing due to its moderately strong recoil that kicks to the right. Flinch is high, as is the case with all the other pistols. Hipfire accuracy is good, but the slower fire rate makes it risky. The iron sights are quite close to your face, more so than World at Wars. When the game first released 3 years ago, the J3 was one of 2 pistols available since launch, along with the 1911, neither of which are particularly popular. You're more likely to see them in the hands of bots than actual players. But unlike all the other weapons since launch, the J3 is the weapon that has changed the least. The only pistol to see effective widespread usage in this game was the Desert Eagle. Sure, the J3 can be built to have more mobility, a faster fire rate even with stopping power, and could have more range with stopping power. The Deagle has more ammo, slightly better ADS bloom, a much steadier recoil despite its higher Magnum caliber, is easier to reload cancel with, and can use a suppressor. The J3 could use some buffs or reworks. A bloom buff to be at least on par with the Deagle. As touched on by an earlier guide I did for the Akimbo perk, it should be somewhat similar to the current Deagle, but that's not saying much. Although I'm not one to ask for more Modern Warfare 2019 content, it would benefit the revolver if the sights weren't so in your face compared to the other pistols. And lastly, also from Modern Warfare, should we also get 38 Snake Shot? The thing is, unlike their Gunsmith, ours has ADS Bloom. There's no shortage of attachments that can boost its accuracy. So in theory, our version of a hypothetical Snake Shot would be more accurate than that of Modern Warfare. And that's not even factoring the potential fallout with Akimbo, which plagued Modern Warfare 2019 for months. So unless the devs can get the balance down perfectly right off the bat, I don't think they should be allowed to be combined together. But hey, that's just in my opinion. This has been a Casual's quick guide. Feel free to suggest what weapons you want to see covered next. My name is On, and I'm off.
¡Pasemos a